Let's get right into the console and the Spring 15 features. So the console, we've delivered a lot of functionality over the years. It's been out for over 3 years. And within the Spring release, we're adding a lot of those agent productivity features that Mikey talked about. So I'm actually going to go in to a demo org to show these off, and hopefully we'll get everybody out there to try this out in their org.
OK, so we're going into the
demo. So if we could bring up the demo. You can see I'm actually logged into my Service Cloud console. And for those of you who are not familiar, you can expose any tab within Salesforce, whether it's a standard tab, a web tab, a Visualforce tab. Here I'm just showing the classic case list view. And the first feature that we added that I'm going to highlight is the ability to control-click to open up links in your browser. So just like you can within Chrome or any of your modern browsers, I can actually go to a link, I can use the control, or in this case I'm on a Mac, so I'm using the command key, and I can open up tabs. And you can actually see the tabs loading in my workspace. But I haven't lost focus of the list view. And so this is an enhancement that actually came to us through the community and through Idea Exchange, and we've delivered that. A couple other ones to talk about here is we have a lot of shortcuts. So I'm actually going to bring up the shortcut here. And we have a plethora of standard as well as custom shortcuts that you can create yourself, just to make your agents more and more productive. So they don't have to use a mouse key or a mouse. They can actually just use their keyboard. So one of those that I'm going to show here is actually going to highlight the footer. So we have a footer at the bottom of the console where you can expose standard widgets or custom ones. And now we have shortcut keys where you can just hit F to highlight the footer. And then you can use your arrow keys to actually toggle through them.
Oh, wow.
And this is another way where I don't have to use my mouse to go there. You can also hit the F, and then you can do the number of which widget it is. So I'm going to hit 6, which is the presence widget in the bottom, and then I can hit 6 again and toggle it off. So just a lot of focus on agent productivity and shortcuts. So let me actually go in. We're not done here. So I'm going to go into one of these tabs. And this is another nod to trying to bring in modern browser features that our customers expect. So now you can actually drag tabs to reorder the workspace. You could do this at the primary tab level or the sub-tab level, which is another feature that has come to us from our customers. Now I'm in here. This is actually looking at the case page. And I don't want to steal Clement's thunder because he's going to be going through all of the great features coming in the case feed and case management. But I want to kind of remind customers of features that came out last winter, which we delivered a bunch of standard widgets, including this lookup widget. And this I put into a left sidebar. And you can see here where it's responsive. So it's both horizontally as well as vertically responsive. But one new feature we added within the Spring release is we now have a min width. So if you don't have enough screen real estate to show a sidebar or a widget, we'll actually automatically collapse it. So you can see here, as I collapse it, it just kind of elegantly collapses. But if I get to a certain min width, it will actually minimize it completely so that it's still there if an agent can see it. But it's not going to display if we can't do it well. So then we have also a couple more keyboard shortcuts. So we've added a new zoom feature. So you're looking at your case page, and you can change the shortcut, but the standard shortcut is Z. And you'll actually see that the header and the footer will disappear. So it zooms in to just show that workspace. So the agents can see exactly what they need to see. And then they can always toggle it and bring them back whenever they need to get to those.
That's great.
So with those being said, we've gone through the control click. We've gone through the min width on the sidebar. We've also done the tab ordering and the footer widgets. And then one other one I'm going to show you is that if you have a layout with sidebars like this right in the left sidebar, we now have standard shortcuts where I can, just through the keyboard shortcut, I can minimize or toggle that sidebar. Same thing with the right sidebar. These are also exposed through our Toolkit API, so that developers and customers can actually use them on custom pages as well. So that's mainly what I wanted to show you, and hopefully all the customers out there that are watching this will be testing out these new features.
Excellent.
So let's go back to the slide. And what I'm going to do is talk a little bit about a roadmap within the console. So this is a short or medium-term roadmap. So these are features that we expect to deliver, safe harbor, coming hopefully in the summer and the winter releases in 2015. So first off, we're planning to reskin or restyle the standard enhanced list view that I was just showing the original. This will be more modern. It'll be responsive in case you do a pinned list view. We're also going to be delivering enhancements to the lookup widgets. And this is something that actually Clement's team is partially going to be working on. This is going to allow us to actually do things like only show the fields you want to show there. We're actually looking at leveraging the quick actions framework, which hopefully our customers are aware of with publisher actions, where you have a modern layout. You can decide which fields show up, what column they're in. And will also allow you to create if the lookup relationship is not there. So a lot of extensions and using standard widgets to do that. And then finally, we're also going to be adding some more of these kind of modern browser features. So we're going to allow you to pin your tabs, just like you might do in Chrome or your browser of choice, as well as bookmark tabs.
Yeah.
So just all focused on making agents more and more productive.
Absolutely.
All right, so I think that's it.
Well, great. So, I mean, just to sort of recap what you were saying, it seems like we're seeing a lot of minor enhancements here that are going to shave seconds off of an agent's time to perform a certain task, which may not sound like much, but taken in the context of an agent's whole day when they're doing these repeated actions over and over again, the seconds that you're saving them are going to lead to big increases in productivity.
Yep, no question. Anybody who visits a call center and sees agents in action or has to pay for them, every second counts, and if we can shave that off, they're going to be much more productive and as well as happy.
And loading tab in the background is really, really nice. It's really efficient for agents to click on different cases, open them in the background, and then just like.
No question. I think we're really focused on fit and finish and making sure we have a polished and powerful agent desktop out of the box, but then it's still extensible in the poweroftheforce.com platform. You can do anything you need to do.
Exactly. And the features that you showed us as far as enabling a macro view for them to see lots of information at the same time, and then that extremely focused view to make sure that they're not losing sight of what they need in the moment. It seems like we're catering to any kind of agent's needs.
No question. That's the plan.
Awesome. Well, great. Well, I'm sure a lot of our customers have some questions that they're burning to ask in terms of the console. Sam, what's trending on Twitter?
Well, I just have to bring up this question from Christopher because he was obviously paying attention, and he wanted a refresh on the footer shortcut and how that was done, because he's asking is it function +3 or F3, so he was really paying attention here.
So this is documented, but it is the standard way to do it is to enable the keyboard shortcuts, which is the escape key. Then you hit F to highlight the footer, and then you can use the number keys, not functions, just the numbers directly, so 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can use the arrow keys just to toggle through them.
Got it, got it. And we've got all of these keyboard shortcuts documented in help and training, correct?
No question.
All right, so I'm going to go hunt down that article and make sure you all have that, and I'll tweet a little bit.ly for that. So I think what we should do is kind of move on, because I think some other questions are coming in, but I'm looking for the big questions, so I'll save those towards the end.
No problem.
One thing, can you just refresh us about the old console product that was way back? I'm old. I've used Salesforce for like 10 years, and there was a console product that I think some people might still be using out there. And just refresh us what that was and why this is different and why this is so much better and what's happening with that old product.
So Sam, I hate to admit it, but there was a console before the Service Cloud console, and some of our customers are still using it. It's called the Agent Console. We're actually in the process of hopefully moving all of those customers to the Service Cloud console. That was kind of a frame-based page within the existing standard Salesforce app. So you couldn't do multitasking in the record space, so you couldn't open up multiple records at the same time. You couldn't be editing them without losing data, without losing context. So there's a ton of features and functionality that we've added to the Service Cloud console, which is truly a superset of the functionality in the original Agent console.
To be honest, I turned it on and I quickly turned it off, and this new Service console is just amazing. So.
That's a good move. Yes, turn it off.
Awesome.